Good morning everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to dive into an important topic, detecting and preventing corporate fraud. We'll explore how to identify key financial, behavioral, and procedural indicators that can help strengthen the integrity of any organization. This presentation will equip you with valuable insights to safeguard against fraudulent activities and maintain a trustworthy business environment. Let's get started. When we talk about financial red flags, the first thing to watch for is any unexplained discrepancies in financial statements or records. These inconsistencies can be a major warning sign that something isn't right. Another key indicator is unusual transactions, those that don't align with the company's normal business practices. Such transactions often warrant closer scrutiny because they might be disguising fraudulent activity. Finally, significant deviations from budgets are also important to monitor. When spending or income strays far from the planned budget without clear explanation, it could be an attempt to hide fraud. All of these signs should prompt a deeper dive to ensure everything is above board. When it comes to spotting fraud, certain behavioral indicators can be quite telling. One key sign is a sudden lifestyle change. For example, if an employee who has always lived modestly suddenly starts making expensive purchases or showing increased spending that doesn't match their known income, this could be a red flag. Another critical element is the role of whistleblower reports. These complaints often provide valuable early insights into possible fraudulent activities and should always be taken seriously. When we combine these two, lifestyle changes and whistleblower reports, they act as powerful early warning signals that fraud might be happening within the organization. Recognizing these signs early on can make all the difference in addressing issues before they escalate. When we talk about weaknesses in processes and controls, one of the main concerns is fraud risk. Fraud often happens when there are gaps or weaknesses in how an organization manages its processes and controls. For example, if controls aren't properly designed or enforced, it opens the door for fraudulent activities to occur. Another critical issue is the integrity of records. Problems like missing documents or altered records can seriously undermine trust in the information the organization relies on. When records aren't accurate or complete, it becomes much harder to detect or prevent fraud. Additionally, control failures play a big role in increasing fraud risk. If duties aren't properly segregated, it means a single person might have too much control over financial transactions, which is a red flag. Similarly, if internal controls are frequently overridden without solid reasons, this creates a vulnerability that fraudsters can exploit. Keeping these points in mind helps us understand why strong processes and controls are essential to safeguarding the organization. When we talk about approval and documentation concerns, one major issue is unauthorized transactions. These often happen without proper approval, creating opportunities for fraud to occur undetected. Another key point is insufficient documentation, especially in transactions involving related parties. Without thorough records, it becomes much harder to spot irregularities or ensure everything is above board. These weaknesses directly impact transparency and accountability, making it difficult for organizations to maintain trust and oversight. Finally, when approval and documentation processes are lax, it becomes easier to manipulate records or hide inappropriate activities, which can have serious consequences. Addressing these concerns is critical to strengthening controls and reducing fraud risks.